The search for a convicted felon who escaped from Stateville prison.
Also tonight, we watch the Cubs game with the wife of Cubs star Ryne Sandberg. We'll have Cindy Sandberg's story. Plus, the White Sox sock it to the Tigers. Good news. So join us for these stories and much more, including Roger Ebert's review of Conan the Destroyer. That's on Eyewitness News next.
This is Eyewitness News with Joel Daly, Marianne Childers, Mike Adamley on sports, Steve Dessner with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. This is Eyewitness News.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, a police manhunt for child murder suspect Alton Coleman has intensified in a southwest suburb of Detroit, Michigan. Late this afternoon, the FBI says Coleman and a female companion assaulted a Detroit couple and stole their automobile. Deborah Bound is also a suspect in several Midwest kidnappings and murders. Tonight, the car stolen by Coleman and Brown still hasn't been recovered, but it was taken by force, as a policeman described for our sister station in Detroit, WXYZ.
Somebody conned the
Midwest. Both are suspects in the kidnap and murder of a 9-year-old Kenosha girl, the slaying of a 7-year-old Gary girl, the rape and beating of the girl's aunt. They are also suspected in the beating and robbery of an elderly Detroit couple. Marianne?
Tonight's Stateville prison is in lockdown as the manhunt continues for an escaped armed robber who went over the wall with 2 other convicts early this morning.
Turning now to some international news, the Reagan administration tonight is waiting to hear from the Soviet Union as to whether the two countries will talk about nuclear weapons in September. The Soviets want the talks, but they want them limited to weapons in outer space. The U.S. had wanted broader talks, but was turned down. President Reagan now says he'll talk on the Soviet terms, but he still hopes to discuss other nuclear weapons. Meantime, Reagan challenger Walter Mondale is talking to potential running mates, specifically Representative Geraldine Ferraro. The two met today, a meeting the Congresswoman says proves Mondale has an open mind. Ferraro is the 5th vice presidential candidate whom Mondale has interviewed, and the 2nd woman. Cubs were on the road tonight, but many wives, the rest of the family stayed behind. We'll talk to Cindy Sandberg when we come back. And a question, why would anyone go over Niagara Falls? We'll talk to a daredevil who will tell us why when we come back. Last time it was done, it probably would have wound up on the front page. What with Evel Knievel's Spider Dan and all the rest, we've become a little jaded. But it's still pretty incredible. A man named Carl Suchek became the 8th person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel, and only the 5th to survive. At 75 miles an hour, the trip only takes 3 or 4 seconds. The tough part is landing on the rocks below. Felt good. Well, Suchek now faces charges of trespassing on parked property.
I guess it feels good to survive it.
Serve and protect and deliver babies. Well, Steve Dessner is ready to deliver a fantastic forecast for the 4th. That's next. And a little later, Conan the Destroyer meets Roger the Ripper. In time for the 4th of July, and I suppose you have a few firecrackers to throw.
I do. You know, as a matter of fact, I was so appreciative of Marianne and Joel's present to me on my return from vacation tonight. I'm in shock. The baseball game finishes before the newscast is scheduled to go on the air. Here's a look at today's official numbers. Better than the Cubs managed tonight. High temperature today, 83. The low today, 49. A record low for the state, by the way, but it managed to climb to respectable heights for the high. The temperature now at 69 degrees. South winds at 7. The barometer has been pretty much stable for the past hour. Humidity now stands at around 52%. Antioch at 70, Wheaton 72, Crete 72, Porter 71, 73 Midway, the lakefront 68, 69 degrees at O'Hare. Now here's the current satellite picture that shows mainly clear to partly cloudy skies all around. Here's the band of clouds, the front just back to our northwest, which may cause a chance of a thundershower tomorrow night, but it'll be just clear sailing for the 4th of July holiday. So by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, yet another gem. 65 degrees at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and a pretty nice morning in store for us. Here's a look now at the national satellite picture that shows the high scooting to the east. As it does that, there will be a warm-up for us from the southwest. That'll be short-lived, though. The national radar radar shows what's happening because of the front. A lot of showers and a couple of thunderstorms there. Tuesday's forecast shows that front pushing farther southeast. As it does, there will be a brief warm-up, and by tomorrow night there will be a chance of a couple of showers or a thunderstorm, and then high pressure backs this up, and it's cool high pressure and a little bit cooler and drier for us in the 4th. Temperatures then in the lower 80s. Nice, comfortable humidity levels. There will be high pressure behind this. It'll shove the front to the southeast. A gorgeous day, sunshine after morning time clouds. A sweltering day for the Gulf states for the 4th of July. Some thunder showers in the southeast, clear and dry for the northeast. Most of the northern plains and Rockies have a great day in store. Very hot and dry for the southwest, and a couple of showers in the Pacific Northwest. And that is your traveler's forecast for the 4th of July. Here's our forecast for tonight, first of all. Fair skies and milder. South winds at 5 to 10. Lows 58 to 62. Lake loop temperature around 66. For tomorrow, sunshine, continued warm. South winds at 10 to 15 and highs 84 to 88. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies, a slight chance of a brief thunderstorm. Lows 62 to 66 degrees, loop temperature at 70. And then for the following day, the 4th of July, becoming mostly sunny and warm. Northwest winds at 10 to 15 and highs 81 to 85 degrees. And this is a real pleasing way to come back from vacation. Nobody's mad at me today.
We're glad you're back, but don't let it rain on the fireworks tomorrow.
No chance.
Okay.
Well, I won't say no chance, but we'll be all right.
Thank you, Steve. When we come back, Roger Ebert tells us what's so surprising about Arnold Schwarzenegger's new movie.
Won all sorts of bodybuilding titles before he went into the movies, and now it looks like his latest feat is going to be to redeem a disreputable movie genre, the Muscle Man picture. Remember all of those really dumb Hercules films with Steve Reeves and all of his muscle-bound dialogue? Well, now what Arnold is doing is taking those pictures, combining them with Hollywood special effects, and making them into great summertime entertainments. Conan the Destroyer.
Well, the Cubs weren't terrible, but Mike Adamle is next with the sports, and unfortunately, the Cubs get clubbed on national television.
Here comes Templeton. Here comes Flannery. The ball gets by.
Chamber of Commerce would have preferred that ABC broadcast the other game tonight.
They sure would have. In fact, I think half of Chicago's baseball rabid fans are mad at us. Impact on the community was immense, and all of us here at Channel 7 wish him and his friends and family the deepest of sympathies.
Thank you, Mike. Thank all of you. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Good night.